So what typically happens is that we have got a very fixed set of expectations, and we basically expect those fixed set of outcomes to happen in our lives. Therefore, we are not prepared to take the rough with the smooth, which means that in our lives, there is a crisis of competence to handle the mismatches of our lives, which means that when there's a mismatch between an expectation and an outcome, we find it very difficult to cope with it, because our basic orientation of the education system hasn't given us the wherewithal, hasn't told us that life will have the bends, the twists and the turns, and we have to develop the mental framework to accept those twists and turns. Because we don't have this orientation, the inbuilt orientation, and we get subsumed by our vaulting ambitions and desires. So what happens is, a promotion doesn't happen, we are very upset, we are angry. We are not able to buy a gadget that we are pining for, we are upset, we are unhappy. Recognition doesn't come in our social lives, we are unhappy and upset. A very good friend of ours get a promotion, we get jealous. Something happens to the families, our parents become unwell, a serious health complication happens, we become extremely upset and anxious. So what this situation does for us is that, when these negative mindset becomes a perpetual state, a lot of imbalances come into our system. A series of responses go into our system. And negative emotion is nothing but thought charged with a lot of feelings. And these highly charged thoughts actually deplete our energy. And it affects the body right from, we've seen that whenever we are tensed and we are stressed, we can't enjoy our food, because it affects the digestion system, it affects the blood flow, it affects the endocrine system. Everything in our body gets affected. And when this negative mindset becomes a perpetual state, it actually clogs our personality. The natural spontaneity of the personality gets clogged. We lose our openness.